talk about a completely different film. Landscape with Invisible Hand. This is one of the ones that I think I had high up on my most anticipated list because it comes from director Corey Finley, the boy, previous Intercut guest for his film Bad Education, also directed Thoroughbreds. This one is about two teenagers, one an artist and the other recently homeless, who come up with a plan to help their families after an occupying alien race takes over the human economy. A very different style of alien invasion movie than I think we've normally gotten, in that there's no sort of like violent takeover here. It's just sort of a very gentle takeover of every aspect of modern life.
Yeah.
Beautiful metaphor.
A really effective metaphor for class and the shifting economy. And I think there's just a lot of really interesting elements that are in this film. I really responded to it. I don't think everybody really responded to it.
How much did you like it? You keep confusing us how much you like it.
Yeah, you keep talking about it like you're giving it a 4 or 4.5 and you're a 3.5. And
I was about where I was in my ratings. I don't want to like.
He is modest in his
throw
ratings.
out a 5-star every now and then.
But what connected with you? That's what I need to know.
I mean, I think just the way that it sort of has this commentary about the commodification of everyday life, because it's not just people who are trying to find jobs. They're turning the human experience into a way to make money, which is also reflective of what we're doing. But
without aliens,
it's pushed to the next degree and pushed to like really disturbing, intimate situations. And I just thought that was a really clever extension of like what is going on and how, like, I don't know. I also really respond to the idea of this artist character at the center of it.
I do.
And the commitment to making art despite these different capitalist pressures coming from on top and trying to change his integrity. And I don't know.
How do you feel about it being an MGM movie produced at the Acura?
How do you feel about Glass Onion being produced by Netflix? I mean, I think the people are trying to sneak their messages in there whatever way they can, even if it is got this big budget behind it.
I think my issue, or where this started losing it for me, is that it's another one of those ones that, like, I like the setup, don't like the direction they ended up taking.
That's what it's got to be. I like everything you said. There's the movie.
To me, it's when I don't want to spoil it, but like a lawsuit happens, and that's where, to me, I was like, I'm now no longer. I'm a little bit out of this. This isn't the direction I thought it was going to go.
It's way goofier than I thought it was.
I really thought they were going to commit to the whole like commodification of like the human experience, and
I wanted them to go a little bit deeper.
I wanted them to go way deeper.
It does,
but I wanted
in a weird way.
In a weird way, and I wanted it to go deeper in the way that it's set up. It goes goofy.
I had put down when we were talking about what are like the best categories in movies, and there was a VFX one. I was like, well, this has VFX. I put it on there. I go to look at it, and Zach goes, absolutely, LOL, no.
I like this movie. The effects aren't exactly amazing. Like if you want to talk about the character design, I think the character design is really funny and like works for this film.
Yes,
but they don't have the money to make it work.
Yeah, they don't have the money. It's not out yet. It already aged. Like it's that. Oh dear! But everything Zach said, he's right about it.
Yeah.
If only there was like a book that I could read and maybe covers it better.
I think it's a short story.
Is it a short story?
It's a short, as far as I'm aware. I don't actually think. I think this had the chance. I think this had the chance to make it better, and it just went in the same direction. And I do really appreciate kind of like his artistic thing, and you know, cause like
they showed the art. They showed the art, which was as we were talking with another movie, showing the thing that you're hyping up. Sometimes they want to hide it. I like that it was almost like chapters for the movie.
It also ended up being a really effective form of exposition.
Yes.
In that they kind of introduce you to the film through this art.
Yeah, and I loved it. That was great.
It's great. I think there are points where maybe they do a bit of over-explaining, particularly in the beginning when they're trying to set you up into the world. I think you could have maybe just sort of like experienced the world a bit. But I think there's a pretty clear vision for like what has happened to this society, what are they dealing with in the face of this economic collapse, and I just thought all that stuff was really interesting. Yeah,
Tiffany Haddish has a funny scene, but after putting up with something with another species, I would have smacked that species that is own when that scene happened. But Landscape, I'm excited to check out the book.
Landscape with Invisible Hand. That one will probably be out relatively soon as well.